Smell like pepperoni.
Well, that's the way you feel.
Wait a minute.
That stuff, get down on your knees and pray.
I think they're as big as wolves. They look just as vicious.
His dead wife was watching.
First his wife, then he...
Hey, dirtbag. You're a lousy shot. I don't like lousy.
Say something.
I never try anything. I just do it. Like I don't beat clocks. Just people. Want to try me?
Hello, guys. What's up, true believers? It's your hostess with the mostest. No, I'm just kidding. That's Matt from Heroes for Hire, of course. You know who I am. Got Wellbore in here. Let's get right to it. Hey, Wellbore. Oh, Rich. Hey, man. Congratulations again, Rich, on your Comic Book Community Award. That was pretty awesome. I voted for you. So I know that. All right. Well, today we're talking about another cheesy horror film because I guess we just can't quit talking about them, even though Halloween's over. But anyway, of course, we're talking about Slumber Party Massacre Part 1. And the title's pretty self-explanatory. They're at a slumber party, and there's a massacre. Oh, would you watch? Oh, you watched the Slumber Party Massacre? It's kind of a crazy movie. Hey, Robert. How you doing, Robert? How you doing? Well, it looks like, as you can see, I'm going solo today. So I hope that doesn't bore you guys to death. But anyway, like I said, we're talking about Slumber Party Massacre. This is one of those TNA, gratuitous sex and violence kind of films, from the 80s. Got some lovely ladies in it. They're getting stalked by this psychopath with an electric power drill. It's battery powered. I don't know how powerful a battery operated drill was back then, but we got some pretty hot ladies in here. Check her out. And of course, there has to be a shower scene, right, where they're all getting lathered up. But here's the psychopath with the drill. He looks like a crazy person, like what you would think. And so they have a slumber party, and there's a massacre ensues. Thus it's a pretty self-explanatory title. Even the pizza guy gets it. It's pretty bad. And then at the end of it, you'll find out the real reason he is killing everybody is like kind of stupid. He's one of those girls to like fall in love with him. I don't know. It's kind of hard to fall in love with somebody with a big electric drill trying to drill a hole through your head. Just my opinion. I wouldn't recommend it. Well, hey, Mark, you should see Part 2. In Part 2, the killer has an electric guitar with an electric drill attached to the end of the neck. So it gets even higher up in ridiculousness. You know what I mean? It's really funny. It's really funny. And we're going to look at the Wikipedia page about this movie right now, and you'll see how ludicrous this movie is. Hey, Jay. Welcome in, man. It's good to see you. Happy birthday to the United States Marine Corps, by the way. My friend Jay Thompson here. He is a Marine. He was a Marine. He's still a Marine. Once a Marine, always a Marine. My dad was a Marine. I'll show you a picture of him here in a minute. Hold on. Yeah, I'll show you a picture of that. My dad, he was in Vietnam. And Flash by Night was in the Marines. And my friend Nerdy Geek was a Marine. So happy birthday, 250th birthday to the United States Marine Corps. You're welcome, man. Yeah, they burn up the nudity allowance in like the first 10 minutes. Definitely. That's a good way of putting it. So let's read about it here a little bit. Slumber Party Massacre, also known as Slumber Party Murders in the United Kingdom, is a 1982 American slasher film produced by Amy Jones, written by Rita Mae Brown, so it's written by women and directed by women. It is the first installment in the Slumber Party Massacre series, starring Michelle Michaels, Robin Steele, and Michael Villella. The film follows a high school senior who gathers her friends for a slumber party, unaware that an escaped power drill-wielding killer is loose in the neighborhood. The film was originally written by Brown as a parody of the slasher genre, but was shot as a straightforward horror film instead. As a result, it contains more humor, both intended and unintended, than usual for the genre of the time. It grossed $3.6 million on a budget of $220,000. Received big cult following since its release. The two direct-to-video sequels, Slumber Party Massacre Part 2 and Slumber Party Massacre 3, followed in 87 and 90, respectively, with a fourth film following in 2021 and two spin-off film series forming a wider massacre franchise were also produced: the Sorority House Massacre Trilogy and the Cheerleader Massacre. The first of the latter series having been filmed as Slumber Party Massacre 4 before being renamed. Yeah, I know. I know you got a good point there, Mark. I don't know, man. It's kind of weird. All right, let's continue. Let's look at a little bit more what it says here. I'm not going to get over the plot. The plot's doesn't really have a plot. Author and feminist activist Rita Mae Brown wrote the original screenplay titled Sleepless Nights as a parody of the slasher films. Producers repurposed her script to make it a serious slasher film against her wishes. Amy Holden Jones, a film editor, wanted to direct and asked Francis Dole for advice. Dole gave Jones a number of scripts. Jones chose a script that would become Slumber Party Massacre, then going by the title of Don't Open the Door, and decided to film the first three scenes. Her husband, cinematographer Michael Chapman, acquired equipment and film and hired actors from the University of California of Los Angeles, or UCLA, and they shot the scenes at the house over a weekend for $1,000. She showed the results of these clips and these scenes to Roger Corman, who then agreed to finance the film. Jones had turned down a job editing Steven Spielberg's E.T. As a result, the soundtrack was composed only of a Casio MT-40. So is it? Yeah, that surprises me too. It kind of caught me off guard when it's, I mean, I could understand the script being written by a woman and then they, just retooling the whole thing over her head. But yeah, as a woman directed it, was just kind of weird for this type of movie, to be honest with you. Especially this kind of film was kind of a male-dominated thing. Filming began in September of 1981. The film was shot on location in Los Angeles, California, mainly in Venice, California. The box office said it was distributed by New World Pictures. The film premiered in Los Angeles on September 10th, 1982, and was given a limited release in New York City on November 12th. It grossed only $3.6 million at the box office on an estimated budget of $220,000. Critical response: The Slumber Party Massacre received mixed reviews from critics. Janet Maslin of the New York Times wrote of the film, "The Slumber Party Massacre is just the usual cavalcade of corpses, all of them dispatched by a maniac who wields a power drill. At the end of the movie, a woman who has miraculously survived the carnage breaks his drill in half. That's feminism for you, and symbolism too." Time Out gave the film a middling review, noting, "Despite the unlikely script credit for Rita Mae Brown, Jones' debut feature is little more than a Halloween clone, reliant on buckets of blood, a sudden surprise rather than suspense." David Hinckley of the New York Daily News awarded the film 1.5 stars out of 4, knowing that the performances are uneven and the special effects are not special. I kind of agree with him. Variety's published review, however, praised the film. Besides its obviously catchy title, Slumber Party Massacre is an entertaining terror thriller with a switch that Distaff filmmakers handle the young women in jeopardy format. David Kerr of the Chicago Reader, who gave the film a positive review, noting, it's even pacing and direction by Jones. Leonard Clady of the Los Angeles Times also noted the film's pacing, writing in respect that the film boasted a darkly humorous vision. It does have a lot of good jokes in it. So anyway, it's got like a 48% critic review on Rotten Tomatoes. It was released on VHS and Betamax by Embassy Home Entertainment in 1983. It's got 3 DVD releases, one in 2000, and 2003, and looks like 2010. There have been 2 sequels to the film, Slumber Party Massacre Part 2 and Slumber Party Massacre 3. And then there's also other films connected to it in the Massacre series called Sorority House Massacre, Sorority House Massacre 2, Nighty Nightmare, and Sorority House Massacre 3, Hard to Die. And a third series called Cheerleader Massacre and Cheerleader Massacre Part 2. Shout Studios produced a standalone sequel reimagining of the film with director Danishka Esterhazy and written by Suzanne Kelly. The film premiered on Sci-Fi on October 16th, 2021. Yeah, it would have been 20 minutes otherwise. But they had the one thing I can say about it that's a positive is that it just kind of jumps right into it, right? It jumps right into the nudity, the violence. When you rent a movie like this, the video store back in the day, that's the 2 things you want: crazy kill scenes and a lot of nudity, preferably female nudity. Well, this video is not going to last long today, guys, but I'm going to show you. We got some, like I showed you earlier, we got some cool pictures here. I got a couple of clips. We're not going to bore you to death with the clips. But yeah, that's the pizza boy gets it. He didn't even do anything to anybody. No, nobody did anything to anybody. But you got she's fighting him with a fire poker. He's got. I mean, the drill's not a very practical weapon if you're going to kill people. I mean, I'm just saying, not that you should be going out there and killing people, but I mean, it's a very impractical weapon. Even if it was to defend yourself, like I could probably. I mean, I would put the drill. I could put my hand up on the drill. It might burn my hand, but at least I could stop it for a minute. And how powerful really could a battery operated drill be in 1982? I don't know. But there's a lot of these ladies like this that obviously are too old to be high school students. But I do like looking at them in the shower. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a man, so. And there's one part where one of the girls is like, well, I'm going to eat this pizza. And they're eating pizza off the back of the dead pizza guy. Yeah, that's how it bounced. That's true, Trev. But I just meant how powerful is the battery. If it's a rechargeable one. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, after a while, though, you'd run out of juice. So I don't know. I mean, it just seems like it'd be kind of impractical to attack people with it. I don't know. But anyway, I got a couple of funny clips here we can show you. All right, let's see if I can find them.
Well, life goes on after all, and eating makes me feel best. When I feel bad, and boy, do I feel bad.
So she's eating pizza off the dude's back. She's just like, you know what? He's dead. There's nothing to do about it. I might as well enjoy this nice, delicious pizza he brought us. He sacrificed his life for it before it goes cold. But it's got a lot of jokes like that in it, And I'll show you a couple other clips.
I love you.
Please, I didn't hurt you. Stop doing this.
I love you. Like I killed you. I kill all your friends.
To do this.
Go away.
You know you want it.
Yeah, you want it. You can have bandoliers and batteries, Wellbore. That's up, Jean Malo. But he's like, somebody who does this, that would do something like this, really cares about you. See, this is what he says. Like, oh, come on, really?
For a person to do this.
Go away.
You know you want it.
And you want it, Okay. Anyway, we got to like see where they're in the shower, and it's always got you got to have the high school girls being all catty, like in a horror film each other, right?
You're a snob. Hey, only the best people are, you know? Well, I'm going to ask.
Only the best people are,
What did the guy see in her anyway? She's beautiful. I think she has a big mouth.
Hey, it's not how big your mouth is. It's what's in it that counts.
It's not how big remember that. That's words to live by. It's not how big your mouth is, it's what's in it that counts. Just saying, I mean, it's what she said. I don't know. I heard it in a movie, so it's got to be true, right? It was circular saw. I know, and she's running up the stairs and it unplugs. I'm like, you idiot. Oh yeah, I agree. I like, and they're actually probably the most interesting character is her and her little sister. In my opinion, I thought they were kind of funny together. And of course, you got to have a couple of guys in it that are pervs. And here they are, peeping toms as usual.
What we do to deserve this?
I think we died and went to heaven.
They're going to die. Yeah, I mean that's much is true. It touches all the bases: promiscuous sex, drug use, smart-ass teenagers, a psychopath on the loose, gratuitous violence, and nudity. It covers all the bases. That's all I'm going to say. I don't know if anybody else has seen this movie, but it's a pretty good movie. I mean, for what it is, it's a bad movie. Let's not act like it's not a bad movie, because it's like implied. Of course, you got the final jump scare at the end. Like she terrorizes all these people, right? And so you got the one teen that's like the outcast, right? She's going to be like the final girl, one of the final girls. But like, so he's killing all these people. You got a bunch of stupidity happens at the end. And then they think they kill him because she starts fighting back with that machete thing. I think it's a machete. And then he falls in the pool and they think he's dead. So he starts climbing out of the pool again. So they kill him some more. And then it ends and the rest of the survivors live happily ever after. Of course, they're going to have horrible PTSD after this. See, that's the thing they never talk about. Imagine how much therapy that Nancy in Nightmare on Elm Street had to go through after all that stuff. I mean, if they were like saying there's a guy with a burnt face wearing a green and red sweater and a fedora with knives on his hands trying to kill me in my dreams, they're going to put you in the loony bin. So, I don't know. Or they're going to put you on a lot of medication if you don't go to the loony bin. I don't know. Well, I don't know what else to say about this movie. There wasn't really a lot of information on that Wikipedia. And I don't have a co-host. So I want everybody if anybody in the chat, if you've seen the movie, Mark, what are your final thoughts on it? I give it like on the bad cinema scale, it's probably a 3 or 4. You think it should have a Bluetooth style wellbore? And I don't know, what other movie should we be doing on bad cinema? I got next week. I haven't decided which one we're going to do. It's either going to be anyway, just let me know what you guys' thoughts are. I gotta send a message to somebody. Yeah, it's kind of a fun movie, especially for like during the spooky season, I agree with that. Sorry, I got a message there. I had to, but we got. I think what's coming up next though, we got Good Cinema. It's going to be up Wednesday at 9, and we're going to talk about RoboCop from 1987. So I hope everybody. Hey, Callie, how you doing? We're just sitting there talking about Slumber Party Massacre. I mean, it doesn't get it much more schlocky than this right here, though. Look at this movie poster. I mean, let alone the VHS cover would get me involved in it. Look at this. We got some ladies smoking some weed. Got to have some ladies smoking weed in a horror film, right? It's pretty good-looking girls too, actually. She kind of looks like a girl I used to know right there. And there you go. There they are. They say, yes, there is a shower scene. And they are, so for the guys out there is a shower scene. And those girls are all completely like, no clothes. See everything. It's crazy. Here's the psychopath murderer again. He looks like a crazy person. Of course, the guys come over. You know, I like this one, the one in the blue 90 right here, the light blue 90. She's got a lot of talent, if you know what I mean. All right. Yeah, the killer was pretty lame. 70s Bush, yeah. Well, it's not as much that you got. I mean, it looks pretty maintained. I got a guest coming on to help us talk about it here in a minute. Oh, there he is. Thank God. I was running out of things to talk about. Callie said he's got 70s Bush in it. Well, it's not really 70s, but they show everything in this movie, right?
Yes.
Not like Hustler magazine show it, but I meant like Playboy magazine.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, you got Wikipedia.
This movie was written by a feminist writer, and it was supposed to be like a different take on like making fun of the slasher films. But when they found her book, they turned it around and made it look like it was just a straight slasher film and pissed her off.
I was going to say, it doesn't look very feminist to me.
That's what I'm saying. And it was directed by a woman. Can you believe it?
Really?
Yes, I swear it was directed by a woman. Which I don't know. To me, it was kind of surprising that a woman would, because there was a lot of, we covered this on Friday 13th. Remember when Roger Ebert and Gene Siskel and Roger Ebert did a special like talking shit about all these movies and saying they're just like against women, they hate women. It's just like honoring, showing violence against women, which is true. But I could argue that counterpoint that in these movies, the woman is the one that kills the person. But also, I'll ask you a question, Jeff. We had it in the chat from Mark up here said, Mark's genre mixer said, this is the worst killer and the worst killer weapon that they've ever seen in a horror film.
I think you and I were saying something similar when we watched it.
Yeah.
Or like a drill, a really super long drill. I know they're going for like shock value for a slasher film, but
do you think it might have had something to do with the phallic nature of this drill? That's why they had the extra long drill bit. Like, look at the movie poster.
There's a good chance. There's a good chance.
You see the way he's holding the drill down between his legs there?
Yeah,
on the movie poster, and the girls are all looking up. Yeah, it's pretty gratuitous.
All the women are getting drilled.
Yeah, this guy likes to drill women, and he drills several of them. Although a few of them do make it out. But I was telling them the one girl in the blue 90 was very talented. That's all I'm going to say.
Yes. That's the way the world is. Certain people are born with talent.
As you can see here, in the light. No, the one that's in the yellow right here in this scene. Yeah, she's got a lot of talent. Of course, this girl does too. She looks like she kind of looks like a girl I used to go to school with.
Yeah, she's kind of got girl next door thing going on.
I don't know about this one right here. She's the one that was a real see you next Tuesday in the film. This one right here, because there's a clip where she's like, they tell her she's a snob. She says, "Well, all the best people are."
You're a snob.
Hey, only the best people are,
Well, I'm going to ask.
Yeah, she's not the cream of the crop to be acting like that.
No, she's not. She's kind of. I mean, she's snooty, and she's not. The like we were talking about earlier. The girl that like the outcast is like. Yeah, the drill is like an innuendo. Yeah, definitely. It's like a phallic nature. It's just extra long drill. But I don't think that if you were a killer, I'm not telling you should go kill anybody, but don't pick a power drill. All right. Hey, John, how you doing? And but I like the scene where like they're trying to explain why he kills people or why he's killing these girls, and it's like, come on, man, play it again. I got to play it again.
Do this.
Go away.
You know you want it.
Yeah.
And he's like, then he tells her
I love you.
Please. I didn't hurt you. Stop doing this.
Okay,
What up,
so
Bruce?
why don't you just write her a note instead of killing all her friends? Hey, Bruce.
Yeah, they
the
tried
Manson
to.
family reason.
They tried to make him seem like a just whacked out psycho.
Yeah, he's like, hey. No, you know what? I don't think so, Cal. Like the Manson family reasoning, no. Because if he was doing the Manson family reasoning, he would have been a little pussy and wouldn't have done the job himself. There, I said it. Charles Manson was a pussy. All right. Anyway, he should be hurting people anyway. It's a wussy does that anyway. But like, yeah, I don't know. We got some. Here's the other scene I like. So the pizza boy gets his eyes drilled out, right? And he falls into the door and they drag him in. And he said, well, the pizza's just sitting there. We might as well eat the pizza, right?
Well, life goes on after all. And eating makes me feel best. When I feel bad, and boy, do I feel bad.
That's hardcore.
Yeah, you must be really hungry. And hey, in their defense, they were smoking weed. So sometimes the munchies get you kind of hard, right?
Yeah, it's true.
I don't know. What was that? Oh, I dropped something. Hold on.
This one.
Go ahead.
Keep
talking.
This movie was pretty tropey to me. You got the girls' shower locker room scene and plenty of gratuitousness, and the whole super long drill bit murder. Murders are kind of goofy. I don't know if this was meant to be a spoof or if they really tried to swing the bat for a slasher film.
Well, like it said here, it's the only thing I saw on it was where we read on the. Let me go back to the Wikipedia. It says here the author and feminist activist Rita Mae Brown wrote the original screenplay titled "Sleepless Nights" as a parody of the slasher film. Producers repurposed Brown's script to make it a serious slasher film against her wishes.
They missed.
Yeah, it's not a serious one. It's got so many jokes. This has got all the tropes in it. They smoke weed. They have premarital sex. We have a lot of nudity.
Isn't this the one?
Yeah, stupid murder.
This is the
weapon.
one that you and I were joking while we were watching it.
Yeah, we watched this a couple weeks ago. It was like we
played a drinking game. You played a drinking game for every trope. We'd be like throwing up.
You have alcohol poisoning and be put in a rehab somewhere or a Betty Ford clinic.
Mm-hmm.
Or you'd be dead.
Yeah, it was bad.
You drink yourself to death if you play a drinking game with the tropes in this film. And then there's another part of the movie. It's the first of it, right? When they're all like, all right, bye, I'll see everybody later. And the gym teacher leaves, right? Or something. And she walks by that van and he grabs her up, puts the girl in the van, starts drilling her. And like the van's shaking and these dumbasses are walking by going, yeah, man, we're going to get lucky tonight. And that van's shaking, you hear screaming and they don't hear a damn thing. They're just like, la, 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 la.
And wasn't that was that Broad Daylight? The Broad
Yeah,
Daylight
in
one?
broad daylight.
Yeah, that was weird. That was, I mean, just there's so many holes. It was so bad. It's so bad.
And were you annoyed by the little sister too? By the way,
Yeah, I don't even remember very much about her.
exactly. Don't wear bras when you play basketball. It's there's no need to do that. Oh yeah, they kind of shot way too much footage of these girls playing. By the way, the worst basketball skills I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, it's of course. I don't think they hired these girls because of their basketball skill. They were all from UCLA film school, so I'm sure
Yeah,
the reason they were cast is because of their looks. Let's face it.
yeah,
They probably just get a lot of hot girls that are willing to get nude on film, and that can scream. That's basically the prerequisite for a slasher film.
yes.
She got a nice body. Can she do a good scream? Can she act? No, it don't matter. We don't care if you can act. It's okay.
No,
That's
acting is
kind
not
of
a prerequisite.
That's kind of low on the list. Well, I guess I'm gonna give my rating, and I know you got to go to bragging rights. I think after this.
No, bragging rights is canceled for this week. It'll be next week.
Oh, okay. Well, we just hang out, I guess.
Yeah,
I've already said everything I can say about this movie, though.
yeah. I'm sure you covered everything I could possibly say about it.
Well, if you got any other things you want to talk about, we can talk about it again because you might have missed it.
As far as like my rating for it, it's definitely bad cinema, but it's not the bad cinema that's so bad that it's good. It's not good. It is not good. But if you want to watch it for a laugh, as one of the movies, what not to do for a slasher film, you can watch it and just scratch your head and or turn it into a drinking game or whatever you want to do.
Watch it with your friends and laugh about it. And if you're bored, you can't. Of course, nowadays you don't. Back in the day, this is what kids would have used to watch that shower scene. That you know what.
Mark says
we didn't have any dirty books or something we couldn't find.
Mark says rate and power drills. What's the Timu power drill?
I know.
I'll give this a Harbor Freight power drill. That's what I rate it as.
You know. Yeah, it's good. Hey, Collector P. Well, the thing about this movie is like they missed an opportunity for product placement. Couldn't they have got a sponsorship by Milwaukee Tools or like DeWalt?
Black & Decker?
Yeah, Black & Decker or something. My dad always liked the Milwaukee Tools more, though. He said the Black & Decker is a bunch of shit. So don't buy Black & Decker. Get like a DeWalt or something like that, Yeah, they could have had a Harbor Freight drill spot in this movie. That would have been perfect, or Lowe's Hardware. Well, there wasn't. Well, it might not have been. Was there a Lowe's Hardware back in 1983? I'm assuming there was. Ace Hardware. Makita, Callie says Makita for me. Hey, Makita's a pretty good drill too. So everybody in the chat, just list your favorite drill.
Yeah. What's that? What's the blue hardware company that you get at Lowe's all the time?
Milwaukee? Is it Milwaukee? No, it's red.
I thought that was red. That's red.
Yeah, they're red. What's the blue one? There's a blue one.
I can't remember what the blue one is called, or if it's any good.
I know there's the yellow and black is DeWalt.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Mark just reminded me of something. Remember, her little sister?
Yeah.
Looking at a Playgirl with Stallone in it, and we were actually talking about that. I think with Cliff on Comics, and Cliff actually looked it up. Or no,
Cobalt, yes,
it was Bruce, and he said from what he saw, Sly wasn't working with much. If you know what I'm saying.
Oh. That's what happens, man. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if Sly ever did steroids or whatever, but when you make everything big.
Rambo 2 and Rocky 4, look at him. He had to have took some roids
of
some kind. I mean, there's no way. There's no way. Of course, I think he admitted. Did he admit to it? I know Arnold admitted to we use steroids sometimes, like when we were like getting ready for the bodybuilding stuff.
Oh,
So
yeah.
he just straight up admitted it. But he did say, though, he regretted, he said it's a good shortcut, but you still have to have a lot of hard work to maintain it, but it's dangerous because if you remember the guy that played for the Oakland Raiders, what was his name?
Lyle Alzado.
Lyle Alzado. It killed him, made him
Yeah.
go. It destroyed his brain, and it doesn't do good things to you. I mean, he always talk about the roid rages. I believe it was who else was doing it? Because he got caught doing it. It was Bill Romanowski. A lot of guys got caught doing it. I think even Taylor, a lot of those guys back then in the 80s, it was kind of like the Wild West. They kind of did what they wanted to do, I guess.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I give the movie I'll give it 3 Power Girls out of 5. But not the good ones. The black. Yeah, Cobalt. Callie's right. The blue one is the Cobalt. See, this is how shitty this movie is. It might be Makita or Cobalt. There might be, but
it's Cobalt.
Okay, but because this is how crappy this movie is, that we're talking about power drills in the chat on the panel right now. So, and they have the lamest jump scare. They hack this dude to death, and he still climbs out of the pool.
Yeah, I think it's somewhere in there they had the trophy cat scares the person looking for the odd sound. Hello.
Yeah, you got the two guys that are perverts sitting there peeping Tom, and the girl's going, "Well, we died and went to heaven, man."
Yeah.
And so everybody gets it, Although also there's another part in it that bothered me for some reason. It's like her neighbor comes over to check on her because her mom and dad are gone.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I still don't know about this neighbor. He's like, "Don't worry, I won't let them know you were smoking weed."
Oh God.
No, the sequels did not have a higher production, I don't think. In fact, in part 2, the guy has a power drill attached to the neck of an electric guitar. So they made it even longer,
Oh boy.
Where it looks like an electric guitar. Let's see if I can find it. I'll show you a picture of it on my phone. Oh, and I got to say, we had an idea. Somebody in one of the group chats was like, we should talk about war movies this week because of Veterans Day. And he even mentioned they mentioned the Trojan War. And I'm like, was anybody we know alive during the Trojan War?
There's a good movie. It wasn't a war movie, but the name of the movie was War. I think it was War, and it had Kevin Costner and what's that kid's name?
Here you go. Here is the drill in part 2.
Oh wow! Yeah, we got to watch that. I've never seen that.
Well, yeah, we were also talking about this the other day. I got in a debate earlier on whether the Trojan War was a real war, and I'm like, no. I'm pretty sure it was made up by Homer.
I don't remember.
Well,
all I remember is the Trojan horse story.
Yeah, everybody remembers that. But the thing about Odysseus fighting a Cyclops, come on, you think that? I mean, we know that's not real. Yeah. That was part of this trilogy by Homer. I don't know. Yeah, the killer is Eddie Van Halen in the second one. It might as well have been.
Oh, it's blasphemy.
Yeah, that neighbor was a total creeper, wasn't he, Mark? I don't know. It wasn't like that. Like there was a place called Troy, but I don't know that there was a war like that because there was no guy named Achilles. I mean, there was no guy that was dipped in the river Styx and was invulnerable except for on his Achilles heel. So yeah. I mean, we know that for a fact. But anyway, there was nobody named Jax. I don't think there was anybody named Hector or Paris or Agamemnon. Agamemnon was a real character. Agamemnon was actually a king, a ruler in Greece. But okay, we're kind of getting off the rails here on this.
Yeah.
But anyway, I just kind of what I'm saying is, even if it's real, it's all accurate. I think on Veterans Day we should be focusing on like our veterans in Canada, in the U.S. and Great Britain, you know, in other places like that actually fought in a war. And we're going to remember it, especially in America too. I know they have Remembrance Day in Canada, so we can remember them too, because they're our northern neighbors. But yeah, I would just say, you know, but again, I want to show you guys something. That's what I was talking about. I made a post about it earlier, but I just want to say it again. I don't know if my dad's watched. Sometimes he watches the show. So I'm just going to show this picture on my phone. Today is the 250th anniversary of the founding of the United States Marine Corps, and my dad was a devil dog. He was trained at in San Diego at I can't remember the name of the
29 Palms.
fort. God dang, I know the name. Yeah, I think that's what it's called.
29
Anyway,
Palms is the Marine Corps recruiting depot in
why
San
can't I
Diego.
remember? I always knew the name of that.
There's 29 Palms on the West Coast.
Camp Pendleton.
And Paris Island on
well, Camp Pendleton. He was at Camp Pendleton, and he was in the Vietnam War. So, and also shout out to Flash by Night Comics and Nerdy Geek, who are also in the Marine Corps. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this because I wasn't in the Marine Corps, obviously, but Semper Fi, guys, carry on.
Happy birthday, Marine Corps.
It was 80. I think it was filmed in 82, and it was released in 83. And tomorrow, of course, is Veterans Day, so I'm going to be posting some books with my comic book club, and I'm going to be posting veterans, Sergeant Rock and our Army at War, G.I. Joe, stuff like that tomorrow. I already posted one today. It was the Marines, Fighting Marines. I don't know what I did with it, but anyway, the Fighting
First
Marines.
to go, last to
cool
know.
Books by Charlton, Yeah,
I definitely.
They're the guys they
put
out there first. Like,
I know it's not related to this movie, but I got a soft spot in my heart for the Marine Corps too, because my dad was also in the Marine Corps Vietnam War.
That's right.
So happy birthday, Marines.
Yeah, and you know what they say, as you know of your dad, I know of my dad, and anybody else we know that was in the Marine Corps. There is no such thing as a former Marine.
That's right.
Once a Marine, always a Marine is what they always tell. That's what my dad always tells me.
And so, you're a member of a very, very exclusive club. Exclusive.
Yeah.
Period.
And I thought it would be like wrong if we didn't like mention it, at least in passing on this show. And I've been doing it all day because I was brought to my attention by Flash by Night Comics, and who was a Marine, and because I'm on the show with him sometimes on Wednesdays on Comic Vets channel, and he comes on that Show Us What We Got show, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna find. I only had one comic with a Marine title on the name of it, but I said, you know what, I'm gonna get that book out, and I'm gonna take a picture of it, and I'm gonna do a tribute. And there was another Marine right here. Shout out to Jay Thompson. He was in the Marine Corps as well.
Happy birthday, Marine Corps.
Jay, I don't know if you. Okay, Jay, I got to show this to Jay. Now, Jay, I told you I was going to share you a picture with you. I don't know if you can see it that well, but this is my dad when he was a jarhead. So, yeah, Kubert is like the guy that's like one of the guys that he could draw war comics. Yeah, Mike Zeck and Herb Trimpe also. Yeah, Jeff, I agree with that. But yeah, but the guy you automatically think of is like is Joe Kubert. Like the first guy you always think of is like Kubert or Jack Kirby, because Jack Kirby did a lot of that kind of stuff too.
Everybody talks about Mount Rushmore. If you talk about war comic artist, Mount Rushmore, Joe Kubert, absolutely. There's no question he's up there. If not at the top of the mountain, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And you got, also Jack Kirby, who was who actually he served in World War II.
Yes.
And he co-creator of Captain America and Nick Fury. He created Nick Fury and Sergeant Fury and the Howling Commandos. So and he drew that.
Jack Kirby, obviously everybody knows him as a comic book artist, illustrator. He was a bad motherfucker. he wasn't nobody to mess with, man.
Like he says about World War II, he said, they handed me a rifle and said, kill these guys, and that's what I did. That's what he said.
Yeah. Back then it was different. When it was World War I, World War II, that they were freaking world wars. If you were young and able, you went. That was just pretty much how it was. Well,
it's like when we had stuff going on, like when you see people nowadays ask to make any sacrifices, I don't really see them like all I hear is complaints about it.
Or excuses to get out of uncomfortable situations. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I don't think people realize nowadays, like a lot of us that know about history do, but we understand that, like, at that point, it was like, if we don't go over there, nobody else is going to do it.
Right.
And like John McCain even said he remembers when Pearl Harbor was bombed. Somebody came to his house and told his dad, "Hey, the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor." He said, "Dad went upstairs, packed his bags, and went to the recruitment station immediately." And I didn't see him for 3 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's weird. Unfortunately, in our nation, and probably many nations, we have a pretty comfortable quality of life. I would say on the average in America. I know people have it bad, really bad. Some people have it really good, but it seems like for Americans to band together and have a shared sense of patrioticness, it takes something like a 9/11 to happen for people to come together. It's odd to me.
Yeah, and well, even then, sometimes it didn't last long. Everybody, thanks for watching. Jeff's got to go. You don't got to go. I'm sorry.
No,
I keep forgetting. Well, we're going to end the show. We'll talk backstage. But I just want to say that about the 250th birthday of the Marine Corps, and they're probably one of our oldest. They are one of our oldest military institutions. They were on ships protecting John Paul Jones' fleet way before we was even our ancestors were a thought in anybody's mind. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and just remember, just because it's bad doesn't mean it can't be good, I guess, except in the case of this movie.
Come, son of Jarrell! Kneel before Zod! Snoochie boochies.